This is where our culture has gone. We're all on the hunt for our entitlement. How can I be a part of a victimized group? How can I demand that America owes me something? We've come so far from President Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. We've done a complete 180 on that. And now everybody is looking to make themselves a part of a marginalized, oppressed group so they can say, you know what, I'm owed something. What's America going to do for me? It's not a coincidence. It's all happening right there in San Francisco. San Francisco is a enemy of the United States of America. We have to acknowledge that. These social media apps that are all based in Northern California, we have to acknowledge they're anti-American, that entire region. I've gone over it. I'm not going to try to drag you all the way into everything that I've gone into. But if you understand the history of San Francisco and you tie the whole conversation I've been having today about this sense of entitlement and everybody looking for, hey, how was I wronged? How was I oppressed? Oh, Bill Maher saying, how come all these kids are identifying as gay or bisexual or transgender? It's all San Francisco. I'm just sorry. It was too cheesy. That was my whole problem with this whole thing. Too cheesy to be called a great burger. When you have a great burger, you don't have to smother it in cheese. You put a little cheese on there for seasoning and to diversify the taste. When you smother it in cheese, that means you got a bad burger.
First of all, I know you're a connoisseur of McDonald's, but that movie was not a McMovie. And I never trust anyone that loves McDonald's and their favorite sandwich is a Filet-O-Fish. We've never discussed that, Jason. That could be a whole topic for another show. You're overthinking it because when you go to McDonald's, it's either the Quarter Pounder or the Big Mac.
Typically, the audience disagrees with the critics. The critics are at 97%. Jason is the only person on the planet who didn't like this movie.
Yes, TJ.
He's the 1%.
I didn't say I disliked it. I didn't say. I said, look at me. How often do I have to confess? I like McDonald's. I like McDonald's. I like the double cheeseburger.
Is this how you lose an argument?
No. I'm saying, but it is McDonald's. And I disagree with Anthony's insistence that all movies are burgers.
Yes, they are.
No. The Godfather is a full course steak meal served.
Nah, it's a Stony River burger.
It is. It's a very good burger. The books on most of these movies that we watch, ask people who really read critically, they'll tell you, oh man, the book for some of these
I've read the Godfather book.
Movies. But I'm saying that's the steak. You're going to get everything. You can't get it all
I had
in
them
that.
both. I had the book and the movie. They're
Gotcha.
both steak. What percentage of men, having just witnessed this trial, seen her get slammed for defamation, would still like the opportunity to date Amber Heard?
85. I think it's still going to be pretty high. I think as just humans, period, a lot of times we have this competitive nature. We feel like we can change someone. Oh, it's not going to be me. She wouldn't do this to me. I'm better than Johnny Depp. I just think that men are going to fall into that. Oh, she won't be single for long. She'll definitely have someone else because we just have this, I can do it better. You know, you see it all the time, especially with women. They'll see that a man is a womanizer, but somehow they feel like they have, you know, what they call pussy power, and they're going to change him, and he's not going to do the same thing to them. I think it goes both ways between men and women. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
I talked about Disney and the Lion King because Disney is really at the nexus of this. They're the parent company of ESPN, right? The worldwide leader in sports who is promoting Leah Thomas and gave Caitlyn Jenner an award 7 years ago. But they also the creator of The Lion King. And we see what this story looks like when it's unfolded. You had the evil Uncle Scar who wanted to be king, but couldn't do it until he moved the masculine presence of King Mufasa out of the way. He killed Mufasa, sent Simba, running into the hills, lied to the women and the remaining children about how Mufasa died, allowed the hyenas to come in, right? Took what was a bountiful, sort of fruitful green land and turned it into a wasteland. And he remained unchallenged until Simba got old enough and large enough in terms of stature and strength to come back and challenge his uncle's lies and his position of authority. And that's the only reason that community, which was ironically called Pride Lands, was able to get some measure of liberty and freedom.
We all agree that NIL has a purpose, and to see the student athletes be able to be rewarded on their name, image, and likeness, I think the ones I've talked to are all for it. At the same time, I think we all want guardrails, and with the guardrails, it's important we all know the exact rules. I think the NIL committee has offered some of that clarity. I know the new transformational committee might further assist with that. But the coaches that I've talked with, and including myself, definitely want student athletes to benefit off a name, image, and likeness. We just want guardrails within that and parameters within that, so we all can operate in a way that's fair, and when I say fair is, again, I think how it was intended, or what it was intended for student athletes to be able to benefit off a name, image, likeness is much different than just a pay for play, and who can offer the most inducement to bring in a student athlete to a school.
Trust me, Steve Kerr, and I don't know if he has any faith or not, but in his heart of hearts, Steve Kerr doesn't really see race. He has no problems with black people, white people, nothing. But he's being forced, because of social media and because he's a weak man, he's being forced to act in a racist fashion. And I'm just, this is like, social media is the headquarters for the KKK. It's where the KKK meets every day. Black and white racists meet over social media to express their racism every day. And somehow we think we can reimagine the headquarters but its purpose is to promote and provide a platform for division.